Hey, so since I've been traveling a little bit for the past few weeks, you're gonna get a little stretch today. So today is all about the stretch. You wanna make sure that you have either a banister or a stairway. You don't want anything too high. This is a little bit too high, but you want something probably about hip level if you can. Otherwise, make do with whatever you have. If you have a small step, wherever you are. If you want to hold on to a wall, go ahead. But you're going to start by taking a little lunge stretch. So stretching out those hip flexors, your inner thighs, pulling your stomach in. One leg goes forward, one leg is behind you, your knee is bent. I do these stretches every single day, and it really helps to help loosen up my hip flexors. Straighten out that leg, lift your toes and come out over that leg a little bit. So you really got a great hamstring stretch there. Make sure you're not hyperextending your knee in this position, and then change sides. So you want to hold these stretches probably for about, if you can hold them for about 15 to 20 seconds, go ahead, but go wherever you need to go. Again, if you want to hold on to a wall or wherever is accessible for you, go ahead. Sometimes I'll put my foot on the end of a chair or a couch and straighten that leg, depending on where I am and if I don't mind getting something a little bit dirty. But like I said, this might be a little bit too high for what I'm about to do, but if you can do it and you have something that's high and it works for you, go ahead and use it. But it's really important to do these stretches every single day if you can, especially after you exercise. So it's important you're going to bring your leg on top of wherever you have to. This is a little bit high for me, but that's okay for right now. If you can do this after you're done exercising, allot yourself 5 extra minutes. It's more important to stretch after you're done exercising when your muscles are a little warm. You don't necessarily want to stretch while your muscles are cold before you exercise. You don't want to overstretch because that could hurt something, especially in the colder weather. You're going to bend that knee and reach forward. So I'm really stretching out my hip flexors right now, my inner thighs, my hamstrings, pulling your shoulders open, pulling that stomach in. So if you don't have anything to hold on to, your core is still your stability. And now I'm going to take a little side stretch and reach over. So I'm really working on the length of that side. And again, you don't want to lock your knee, but you want to straighten it out as much as you can. You don't want to overstretch at any point. And turn around and stretching out your hip, your quad. So this is a stretch that is really important to do because most of us are shorter in all of these larger muscles. So you want to stretch out as much as you can doing all of this. And this can really sometimes burn when you do this. But it is, like I said, important to do these stretches every day. And then, of course, changing sides. And you want to work on keeping your feet parallel as much as you can. So you don't want to rotate. You're going to rotate at some point, and then you're going to take that, bringing that knee in, bending your knee. And again, feeling this is a glute stretch, an inner thigh stretch, a hip flexor stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches to do. And the side stretch. But again, you want to go where you can go that is not too high, because again, this is a little bit too high for me, but it's what I had available. But usually every morning I'll do this on the stairwell after my morning walk. And then your quad stretch. Really important to take that quad stretch. You want to work on keeping those hips even when you do this. So remember, hold it as long as you can. If something feels like it's really stretching out and really working, hold it for a little bit longer. And then your side stretch into the other side. And I would like to do a little bit more length. So reaching that arm out, keeping your shoulders open, reaching that arm up over your head, grab a hold of your head, pulling that opposite arm down. Now when you pull that opposite arm down, kind of flex your hand a little bit so you can get a better neck stretch. Because you want to stretch out your neck, and then changing sides. But Like I said, I do this every single day, especially after my morning walk. And reaching up over your head, grab a hold of your head, pulling that arm down, and again, flex your hand so you can get a little bit more of a stretch. Make sure you're not internally rotating your shoulder, externally rotating your shoulder. So you want to lengthen out after you work out, so you're not all tight and bulky and sore. I mean, you may get a little bit of sore after a stretch, but and again, this lengthening stretch and reaching your arms up, reach your arms out, dropping your shoulders. Hold it as long as you can, go where you can go, and live your best life.